Good day, folks. It's Chelsea, for those who have never seen a video of mine before. Hello, I'm a wife, a mom, a believer in Jesus, and I have a lot of clothes in my back seat today. We're gonna go and see what kind of money we can get for some of these clothes. I donated a ton, but these are particularly some that I think, like, they're very brand new, or things that just never fit me or whatever, and I want to be able to use this money and get some stuff that's like either better quality that'll last us a few years, because I love having staple pieces like that, or put this money towards our restaurant budget, because I always love going out to eat. I don't know. I just got through with counseling. I'm in the parking lot right now, and it was really, really great. I always walk into counseling thinking we're going to talk about one particular thing, and I walk out talking about a whole different thing. She recommended a book to me that I will share, if I like it or not, on my Instagram, if that interests you guys. But yeah, I'm really grateful. For the past 2 years, I had been doing online counseling, which is like amazing. Especially for those who like can't really leave the house as much, or you know, when we're in seasons of not really wanting to get people sick, like with what has happened the past few years. It's really great to do online counseling. BetterHelp is a really great resource for that. We had 2 different counselors through them for different seasons of our life, and different times that we were moving and stuff. But if you guys want to have some sort of discount on that, if that's something that you've been needing, then I will put that down below. But we're going to go to Plato's Closet, which is a consignment shop. Sometimes you don't really get a lot of, like, you don't get what you're, sometimes you don't get a lot of money for the clothes that you send in at Plato's Closet. There's other consignment shops that will give you more, but I'm going to see what I can get if they're interested in any of the clothes that I have, and we'll work with it, because I'm just like, I don't know. It's a rainy day. It's gloomy. I don't know if I want to be doing this all day. Gotta get home to Hudson and Nick, so. I mean, look at the day. It is real gloomy. And we have a 10-minute, I think. What's the drive? 11 minutes? Yeah, 11-minute drive. So, let's go. So we made it. I'm going to see what I can get for all of these, and I'll be back. I don't know how long it's gonna take them, so we'll see. Okay. There's people right in front of me. That's okay, okay. So they gave some of my clothes back. They took 17 items for $67, which I think is kind of low, but my perspective is we've gotten a lot of use out of these clothes, and we're just trying to make a little bit on them. So I think something's better than nothing, and maybe we could use this money towards, I was even thinking like in a few weeks, 2 weeks, it's our anniversary, so we could use it towards dinner or something. But I'd say it was a success. Gonna go home, get something to eat, and we'll see how Hudson has fared with Nick. Hello! Hello, look at you with all your toys. Is it so fun in here? Yeah? Hi, baby. Hold Mama's hand. Thank you.
Poshmark is actually, I get brand new stuff with tags on there all the time, and like for dirt cheap. Honestly, a lot of the free people, urban, like a lot of people, I don't know what it is, but they'll literally just like.
How do you guys meet? I know, I love it. So Chelsea met Jenna, and then I think Chelsea, all the friendships started like.
I don't know. Glasses I got that mean a thing.
Hey, buddy. Here you go. You want to sit up straight?
Right.
You're leaning over, hon. I know you want it. Here you go. So it's the next day. What is today? Thursday? Thursday. And man, he's so distracted. Oh, he's looking at the camera. Come here, buddy. Such a big boy. What I was saying was, it is Thursday. We are we've already gotten quite a lot of things done with the day. I just uploaded my last video that was before this one. Just fed him. And hey, Waldo, don't lick him. Nick is making some fried rice and some bread rolls. That sounds so goofy. But I love fried rice, and we got these Texas Roadhouse rolls the other night because we got a gift card from my mom for my birthday a few days ago. Or not my mom, his mom. So my second mom. And gave us a gift card to Texas Roadhouse. Went and picked up a bunch of rolls and some dinner. And while I was there, Nick loves their cinnamon butter. Like, he swears by it, and he's eating it right now. His own homemade version. But I have to tell you what he made me do. So he wanted me to go in there. He made a note on the order to get 12 cinnamon butters. Mind you, this is all for him. He ordered 24 rolls because he knew he was going to eat it over the next few days. And they didn't put a single cinnamon butter in that bag. So I texted Nick that, and he's like, go back in, ask for the butters. So I did. I asked for a lot of butters, but I didn't say the specific number. The guy comes out with like a bag, and I look inside and there's 5 of them, and I was like, oh, I don't want to bother him. I'll just go ahead and go back to the car. I texted Nick and I said, he gave me 5, is that okay? And he's like, no, I asked for 12. There's 24 rolls in there. How am I going to eat 24 rolls with only 5 things of butter?
Can't do it.
So I go back, I asked the guy, I said, hey, we're eating for a lot of people here. Which is not the truth. It's just my husband loves their butter. And I was like, hey, is there any way you can get me like close to 12 of these things? Like, let's add a little bit more butter here. He comes out with like a container this big full of butter, and he's like, is this good enough? I was like, yeah, sorry again, really sorry about that. He's like, nah, it's straight. So he was like, chill with it. But I felt really embarrassed because the way that he said it, I was like, man, this guy really thinks that we're over here just eating butter. And not me. He is. All the time. Loves that butter. And now he's eating rolls again from Texas Roadhouse. And he made his own butter. And it's probably not as good. This is what it looks like. Is it not as good?
No, but it's close. It's because theirs is whipped. They use whipped butter.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. But geez, it's heavy. It's dark and gloomy out, but I'm getting out of the house. I'm gonna go read a book. I usually always go into a coffee shop with intentions on working, but I'm gonna try my best to just like not touch my phone unless I absolutely have to, and just read my book, because I feel like it's rare that I go out and I just enjoy the atmosphere that I'm in and get lost in a book. I'm reading one by Francine Rivers. It's like a part of a trilogy. If I like it, I will share it. A lot of you guys actually recommended that I stick to reading it because apparently it's amazing. So I'm gonna go into this coffee shop. It's called Unlocked. It's here in Greenville, South Carolina. It's one of our favorites. They roast their own beans. The guy is from Colombia. Him and his wife own the shop. And we just love supporting and being in small local coffee shops. It's just such a vibe and such a fun time. Anyway, Nick is watching Hudson. I'm not really sure what they're doing. They're just hanging out. And yeah, our life really like ebbs and flows. Sometimes it's like super busy. Other times it's kind of just like, you know, not a whole lot going on, but I prefer those weeks. It's nice to just have weeks like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go in and read. So here we are again in the car because I went to one of my favorite coffee shops and forgot my wallet. And I still don't have my wallet in my car, but I don't want to drive all the way home, so I just went through the Starbucks drive-thru, which is definitely not my first choice. But I'm just gonna read in the car because it is absolutely cold, and this happens a lot to me. I don't know if you guys ever just have like weird random inconveniences that just like, obviously in the grand scheme of things they're so silly, but it can just throw the day off. On gloomy days like this, I just always try to combat it by doing things that are like not gloomy, like, you know, trying to make the best of the day, and then stuff like this happens. But anyway, I am going to just sit here and read. Sounds so boring, but so peaceful at the same time. Got egg bites, because those are actually decent. Got this, because I don't drink Starbucks coffee, because craft coffee is just way better. But I will give it to the people on Instagram that I made this whole story of basically saying like Starbucks is just not it as far as like quality coffee. I think there's they've gotten better because they've created like a blonde roast and like different types of coffee that you can get. It used to just not really have much variety, but it is dependable. Like, you know what you're gonna get. It's everywhere, so there's a lot of options. So there are plus sides to it, but for somebody who lives in a city where everybody's like coffee snobs, like everybody loves coffee here and they know craft coffee. You just really can't compare a craft coffee place to a chain, if that makes any sense. There are some craft coffee places that are chains, like Methodical is like a chain around here, but it is like a local chain that is amazing. So this is the book that I'm reading, A Voice in the Wind, and I'm going to read it now because wow, this has been a roundabout venture. So now I have to head home because Hudson's getting moody and I need to help Nick put him down. It's not the easiest thing to get him down for his second nap of the day. Sometimes, because lately he has been switching from 3 naps to 2 naps, which has been quite the experiment, kind of, because some days he doesn't want to nap as long, but anyway, last night we actually hung out with some other married friends. Some of them have been married, 2 couples have been married for 3 months, the other couple as long as we have, like 3 years, and then another one for like a little over a year, so all young and married. And recently we had just like met all of these people, and it was kind of like one of those things where you meet one friend and they're connected to this whole other group of friends. I don't know if this has ever happened to you in your life, but I've moved twice. Nick and I have both moved twice since we've moved away from our hometowns where we were born and raised. He was born and raised in Florida. I was born and raised in Illinois. And it's so easy to get into the mindset when it comes to making friendships that you're just gonna kind of have the same friends your whole life, and like once you get to adulthood, friendship shifts and you have to make a lot of conscious effort to just like hang out with people, especially when you get married and you have kids. Like, it becomes even harder. But one thing I'm so glad that we've been doing is like every week making time for just Nick and I to hang out, be together, have a date of some sort. And then having times where Nick goes out and hangs out with his friends for a poker night. I was about to say pokey night. What? Poker night. And then me like going and working out some evenings with my friend Sophie, who was just in a previous video. And it's so cool. Like, I feel like it's such a God thing. We've been here for like a year and a half so far in Greenville, and we're just now starting, I think, to form like deep, rich community here. And those first few months, or even years sometimes, of moving to a new city is just tough because you're really trying to figure out who you are in a new city. And if I can just encourage anything, if you're in the middle of a transition and you have a tendency to isolate yourself, even if you're like a shyer type of person, or maybe you have like a more introverted personality, I still believe introverts can thrive in community. We are all designed for relationship with one another, whether that's romantic or not. Like, whether you end up married or you're single for your whole life, like, you need rich, deep community. And it doesn't happen overnight, but I feel so much happier and whole, and like, even in the context of growing in your relationship with the Lord, if you're a Christian, whenever you're with other Christians and they all have different gifts than you, and you're all encouraging each other in those gifts, not just in the things that God's given you, but in what God is doing in the world and how we can all be a part of that in the small community that we live in the world, like that is like monumental. And I think social media and the type of world that we live in now encourages people to just always like indulge in me time, which is important. I think it's good to be healthy in that way and to have you time. But if you can just get used to more of a rhythm of living life with other people, you will realize that life is just so much better done with others. And I'm just so grateful for that. This is just a random like little chat about just where we've been at, because I remember being so lonely even whenever we were living in Georgia, the city that we moved to before Greenville. I feel like we had just started to create really meaningful friendships, and then we moved. And that was really tough. I feel like I had a lot of moments where I was just like angry and like sad, and I was venting it all to Nick, but he didn't really know what to do about it because he just kept telling me like, Chelsea, the only way to fix this loneliness that you have is to go out and make friends. And I knew that in my heart, but it was just so tough for me to like do that for a while. And I realized, okay, it's not as hard as it looks, and making adult friends can be done. So this is my little encouragement for you today. Okay. Zach, this video might be a little tilted because it's sitting on a roll of paper towels. So here we go. Okay, Bubby. Been feeding Hudson squash. He loves squash. These are like some squeezy packs of different fruits. It's like organic. So I just like to mix them in with some yogurt so it gives it flavor. And yeah, he loves it. Don't you love it, buddy? Mm-hmm. Get so excited. I'm just waiting for the squash to cool off. There's a squash. We just put it in a little baby steamer. Always have wet wipes on hand. Yeah. Okay. Ready? It's yummy. Oh, you just got it down your chest. I think I need to get it underneath you. Move this up. Is that good? Let me get this a little tighter. Okay. That's better. Here, look. This is how you do it. You just, oh no. Oh no. Mommy messed up. Trying to teach you, and I'm the one that's messing up. Isn't that just parenthood right there? Good job. Good job. Okay, that's enough. Let's switch. Let's eat some more squash. Eat some more squash? Squash. More? You picked him up yourself, huh? Pick him up yourself? Just gotta be careful. You don't throw the tray. Grab one. You can grab it. Ready, watch. Grab it. There you go. Now put it in your mouth. Good job. Good job. Want to try it again? Want to try it again? Good job. You think he should win like an Emmy or something for eating. That's how it feels when you're teaching your kid how to eat. Here. Squash. Ready? Squash. Okay, I think that's good. I'm gonna go to a workout with my friend Sophie. I'm gonna bring the camera. I don't know if they'll let me record, but we're gonna try. Good morning. It is a Friday, and this is the last day that I'll probably vlog. We're about to go meet a friend for some walking time outside, and we're going to the Commons, which is an area in Greenville where there's like little places to eat, and Methodical, which is another coffee shop. And I'm gonna take oh my gosh, I'm taking Hudson with me. He had a really good nap this morning, so he should be able to be awake for a little bit. Then he'll have his last one when we get home. So it'll be fun. We're gonna go walking outside, and I love anytime I can get Hudson outside the house because he just loves to explore and see other things. So let's go see what Nick and Hudson are doing. What did you say? No. Waldo, can you move? Move, buddy. Move, honey. I know you like to sit right in front of the door. You little goof. Dad is changing Huddy. Hudson's like, can I look at the camera? Okay, so we're out and about. I don't know if this is even focusing very well because it's so bright, but Hudson's in between in my arms and in the stroller. It's a good day. Why are you holding on to your pants, buddy? Okay. So I'm with Jenna. Hi. Jenna is a photographer. She's actually starting her own YouTube channel soon. Yay. So that's exciting. But we're just on a walk, and Hudson actually spilled my coffee on his own pants. So that was glorious. And I'm trying to make sure he doesn't get a sunburn because it's actually like really hot today.
Yeah, it is hot.
But we thought it was going to be in literally the 40s because that's what it was this morning. And all of a sudden, it's hot. But
every biker's like, hello.
I know. Everybody's out today because it's so nice. But
it's beautiful.
We're in this little like common area. That's what I was going to tell you guys earlier. They're building this park called Unity Park. And Jenna lives like pretty close to it. So it's fun. Hi, Jenna's a natural mother. So sweet.
Preparing for one day, guys. One day.
Aww. So cute. Waldo, come. Waldo. Waldo, come. Come here, Waldo. You want to come in the bedroom? That worked. Get on the bed. Good job. Such a sweet baby bomb. Okay. Get down. Lay down. I know you're sad Daddy's leaving, but he will be back. Okay? He will be back. And he's going to be very happy to see you. Okay. Well, this video is coming to a close, but don't leave yet. I have an important thing to say. We're going into the weekend. It's Friday right now, and I feel as if every time the weekend comes around, the way that I feel and everything in me basically is just ready for rest. And I think I've briefly shared this on Instagram, but whenever I took a month off of social media and everything, I think it would be really cool to take a year off. I quickly realized that it's so easy to fill my time with mindless things, like being on my phone whenever I could be reading or hanging with my dog and just being in the moment. And I've been in such a place of just truly like finding life in like everything that I'm doing and everything that I'm putting out, because I believe the rhythm that I've implemented every single week has been truly life-changing. And that rhythm is deleting Instagram and sometimes YouTube for the whole weekend off my phone. So like Friday night, I will usually post what I had planned to post throughout the week, like a few hours before it gets dark, and then I usually delete the app. And as soon as I do, I'm like, oh yes, like it's my time to just read and rest and be with my family. And this goes back to the previous video I did with the Q&A. Somebody asked if I keep the Sabbath, meaning do I celebrate Sabbath from Friday night to Saturday night. That is the typical Jewish like celebration of the Sabbath. And whenever I was in the Holy Land, I was so floored by how seriously they took the Sabbath and having Shabbat together, which is like the traditional meal that you have with your family, and even sometimes you have friends over and you have certain food, and I love Mediterranean food. But they just do not do any work. They are just so, they're just in such a restful state pretty much the whole weekend. And I was convicted while I was over there of just like how easy it is in like American culture to give into the whole like we must be doing something with our time all the time. We can't just like rest and be, hey, sit, look, Waldo, look, it's a camera. You see? You see? He's like, what's going on? So I want to challenge you guys. On the weekend, try one day, like just deleting your social media. Deleting the app, not, deleting your account. But having it off your phone, you'd be so amazed at what happens and how present you can be. So anyway, I just wanted to say that before we close the video. Waldo's getting a little antsy and he wants to spend time together. So we're going to do that. And I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us for a few days, and check out our podcast that we're doing. And if you guys want weekly or bi-weekly Bible studies, you want to be a part of like our tight-knit community on Patreon, I'll have a link down below. It's always linked down there. Y'all can come and join in. But for now, we're signing off. Say bye. Bye, guys. Anyway, y'all have a great day, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.